Lecce is often called the Florence of the South. Tucked down in the heel of Italy, it draws travelers with its Baroque architecture, but it also hides an incredibly dense, top-tier pizza scene. But navigating a historic city takes energy. By the time hunger hits, you're usually rushing across cobblestone streets, trying to stay on schedule for your next tour or museum ticket. In that moment, pulling up a generic list of 5-star pizzerias is a gamble. High ratings tell you the food is good, but they tell you absolutely nothing about the logistics of eating there. If you only have 20 minutes before the cathedral closes, accidentally sitting down at a restaurant built for a 2-hour service is going to wreck your itinerary. We will evaluate these top 5 pizzerias by how well they solve specific travel constraints, beginning with your available time. We also have to account for the size of your group, and if your companions prefer a soft, airy crust or a traditional crisp one. Matching your dinner choice to these logistics prevents mismatched dining experiences, ensuring your schedule remains intact. This quadrant chart maps out the city's pizza scene. The vertical axis tracks crust style, from thin and crisp at the bottom to soft and airy at the top. The horizontal axis measures the time commitment, from a quick street bite on the left to a full sit-down event on the right. If you are actively sightseeing and need immediate fuel, we are looking at the bottom left quadrant, where we find Pizzeria Langolino. Langolino di Via Matteotti is the logistical answer for travelers who are entirely out of time but refuse to eat a bad meal. They operate on an al taglio, or by-the-cut, service model. Because these rustic cheese and tomato top trays are baked continuously and sit ready behind the glass, your wait time drops to near zero. The trade-off is straightforward. You get raw speed, but you entirely forfeit a relaxing table service environment. If your schedule does allow you to sit down and you want an unpretentious, highly localized meal, your target shifts. Pizzeria La Scarpetta anchors this space. They focus heavily on regional immersion, building their pies on a very light, slightly crisp Puglian dough and loading them with hyper-local ingredients like regional sausage. Both venues solve specific practical problems. They prioritize regional utility, speed on one hand and local flavor on the other, rather than trying to curate a trendy, high-end atmosphere. Let's consult the chart again. If you are managing the logistical headache of dining with a large, diverse travel group, we move to the bottom right quadrant. Here we find Il Quinto. Il Quinto is the jack of all trades. It is engineered specifically to eliminate friction for group planners who need wide menu variety. By maintaining a massive selection of toppings and sticking to a universally appealing thin crust base, they offer a safe harbor. Even the pickiest eaters in your group will find an option they recognize. Their classic capricciosa illustrates this perfectly. The ratio of artichokes, olives, ham, and mushrooms hits a completely balanced, familiar flavor profile that consistently satisfies without challenging the palate. But building a menu designed to appeal to everyone means you cannot hyper-specialize. Il Quinto will keep the peace at your dinner table, but it is not the destination for diners hunting for absolute boundary-pushing perfection in their dough. If you are hunting for dough perfection, this chart shows a major shift toward heavy time investment. In the extreme top right, we have 400 gradi and Rosso Pomodoro. Pizzeria 400 gradi delivers the most purest execution of Neapolitan-style pizza available in Lecce. Their technical precision is evident in the bake. Using a high hydration dough, they achieve that signature thick, airy, and beautifully leopard-spotted rim. Appreciative framework. This purist framework demands premium sourcing, relying heavily on rich, imported ingredients like authentic buffalo mozzarella to build flavor without overcrowding the base. The trade-offs here are steep. Its popularity guarantees you will wait for a table. And if you are a diner expecting a rigid, crunchy base, the soft, foldable Neapolitan style will leave you disappointed. If you want that high-end dough but prefer a louder, more vibrant evening out, your target is Rosso Pomodoro. Rosso Pomodoro shares the Neapolitan foundation, but leans into a highly energetic, modern atmosphere. They load their pies with heavier, richer ingredients, like thick burrata cheese, creating a much denser flavor profile. Either Neapolitan destination offers high-end, technical pizza. Choosing one means committing to a slower, richer meal that functions as the anchor of your night. We've covered the variables. Now let's translate them into a concrete protocol you can use on the ground. This flowchart starts with the most critical question. Do you have time for a sit-down meal? If the answer is no, your decision is made. Head straight to Langolino. You secure a satisfying, rustic slice with zero time penalty to your itinerary. If you do have the time, your next filter is crust preference. Group planners and diners looking for traditional local crispness should head down the crisp path toward Il Quinto or La Scarpetta. If you prefer the soft, airy Neapolitan style, you have one final question. What kind of vibe are you looking for? Diners who want a quiet, purist focus should book 400 Gradi. If you want a rich meal in an energetic room, go to Rosso Pomodoro. You don't have to stress over finding the objectively perfect slice. A great meal in Lecce comes down to picking the right venue for your